Happy New Year! Just a little video for myself and Gonzo. Say little, it'll probably still be about 10 minutes, but for myself and Gonzo, that is little. Just like wishing you a Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Gonzo.
Happy New Year, sir. Happy New Year. You had a fun evening last night with your 20 bottles of champagne, I understand.
Yeah, a little shingding, if you want to call it that. Anyway, we just thought I'd do a little video to wish you all the best in New Year, because Gonzo, you're not usually one for the celebration, but you made an exception last night.
Yeah, I'm a bit like you are with Christmas, if you like. I'm like that with New Year. So you'd say you don't particularly like Christmas. I'm particularly like New Year's. It's just a date. You know what? The difference between the 31st of December and the 1st of January. What's the big deal? You want to go on a diet? Don't wait until the 1st of January to do. I'm talking of someone who scoffs crisps and chocolate. So if you don't want to go on a diet, that's perfectly fine with me, because I'm not. But however, I feel this year it actually the symbolism, the symbolic weight of the year changing is huge, because 2020 has been so crap for so many people, Geo. And I think we need a change. I think we need the symbolism of it changing to a new year. I think the fact that it's been tied in with the hope that some new medication brings, and we can all see some light at the end of the tunnel and to get out of it. And it's not just the small stuff, Geo. It's the big stuff. You know, it's you know, my mum went into hospital during this, and we couldn't go in to see her. You know, no, she didn't go with COVID or anything, but we couldn't go in. That's really frustrating when you've got a loved one that's gone in, and you actually, not only can you not go into hospital, actually you've got to stay in your house because you can't even cross the threshold because it's a different tier and stuff like that. And some people have lost people, some people lost their jobs, some people, it's just been so bad, right? Holidays, whatever, whether you've been implicated from a minute position or by a lot. It's been a horrible year. So I do feel, it is I say happy next year. So it is happy next year, I think. And I really, I sincerely mean it. And it just means something this time. So it means a fresh slate. It means a better year than last year's horrible old thing.
Yeah, it can't get much worse, can it? Surely. No. But yeah, genuinely happy New Year to everybody, and hopefully best wishes to you and your family. Hopefully it's a little bit better, a little bit more positive. See, from a personal point of view, I've been sort of fortunate, if you like. I've not really been impacted too much. I know some people have had it, and I know some people that have lost loved ones due to it as well. That's as great as an extent it comes from myself, because my work's carried on. I had 1 week off in the first lockdown in March. I had the first week off, and then I went back to work, and I've been at work since. I've not had any other days off. So I've not really been impacted by it too much. And 2020 for me was a good year, I guess, for some reasons and stuff. So I'm a bit more fortunate than others and stuff. I realize a lot of other people's lives have been impacted a lot more than myself. But doesn't mean I'm not looking forward to this one, and hopefully it'll be even better for myself as well. But Gonzo, the reason I want to do this video is basically to say thank you to people for supporting us over what has been a difficult period, and be sort of understandable. People switched off from normality, including watching videos on YouTube, especially two blokes just sat chatting about West Ham week in, week out. But I just want to say well done to you, because no one else will. Well, some people do, but well done to you, because you've done a video pretty much, bar one or two, pretty much every single day. Because I remember when this all happened and the football got called off, I remember Premier League releasing a statement saying football's going ahead this weekend. We were playing Wolves.
Yes, yeah.
I remember it because I had my trains booked and stuff. And even then, about 2 hours later, Arteta tested positive. So the Arsenal game got called off. Then the Premier League come out very quickly and backtracked and said, right, football's off now. And I actually debated coming down to London just because I'd booked I think I've had a plane down, a train home. And I actually debated coming to London anyway, because I couldn't get my refunds. Because the travel companies were like, well, no, the plane's still going. You can get on the bloody thing. I thought, well, the event's gone now, but they didn't really care. But anyway, I remember us phoning each other. What we're going to do? We've got no West Ham for, even then we knew it was like serious. We knew that the football was off for quite a while. And we basically said, right, we've got to make content. We've got to come up with ideas. Even playing FIFA, we were sat playing FIFA. We had to move our whole, it wasn't so bad for you, but I had to move my whole set up over to the lounge table to play FIFA and then move it all back again to do another video stuff. But you phoned me up and said we need to make sure we're doing videos on a regular basis so people have some form of routine, a little bit, even if it's a 10-minute distraction. And I think you've achieved that. So I just want to say well done to yourself.
Well, cheers, mate. And, thank you for being supportive of it as well. But it needs, it's a funny one, really, because I don't think, nobody really, it was the unknown at that point. So nobody knew what was going to happen. And it actually seems like such a long time ago. And I think it also seems like such a long time ago. By the way, I think we needed the routine as well. We didn't know it then, but actually it's been good for us. To do that, and you've always got to adapt when circumstances change, whether it's this or anything else in life. But it's really hard to measure the time. It seems like such a long time ago, and it's because there's been nothing to measure it by. It's funny. I always find, well, for me personally, I measure life by not so much the actual measurement that's given to you, which is called the calendar. I seem to measure time by, have I gone on holiday? Have I gone away for the weekend? Have we had a football match? And so I might say things like, oh, that was 2 matches ago, or that was, and it's just, I find it so hard to measure times. I just feel I've been sat either in here or in the house for months and months and months on end, and there hasn't really been that break. We got away. There was a little hiatus, a little break where they loosened things for a little while. And if you remember, because I did that video from with the boats behind me, we got away for 3-4 days, something like that. Went down to Swanage, and then it just bang, it sort of closed down again. So I think it has been. I think the videos themselves, we both talk for England, can't we? England and Scotland, but so I don't think that the videos have been good to do, have been good for us, but. It ain't been difficult. It ain't been difficult to do the videos, but I've been aware that it's been difficult times. And you, just for what you say earlier, you say you haven't really been impacted by it. Not in the terms that you've measured that by, in terms of have you lost a loved one? No, it has your job, but they're not the only two things, Geo. You have actually, your routine has been massively impacted by it. And I'll say this because you won't say it. When this first started, you went and did some voluntary work. You were going and making sandwiches. I hope you're not annoyed with me for saying it. You were going to making sandwiches for yourself. No, I'm joking. you were going down to the shelter and making sandwiches for kids who needed feeding and making lunches every day. And before you were going to work, you were going down to this shelter doing some voluntary work, and you did that for a very, very long time. So it is, you have been impacted by it. You haven't been able to come down for games. You've not been able to go and do the things from a leisure standpoint. You've had difficulties seeing family. I know as well that you had a family member that went into hospital. You couldn't remember you saying, no, my sister's gone down. I can't go down and stuff like that. And plus, you don't drive. I'm saying everything about you now. You don't drive, so you've been massively impacted by transport being as it is at the moment. So it's been, and everyone has got. This is the thing. That's your story. That's my story. Everyone has got, I've gone from my plumbing work being whatever, I don't know, 25 days a month. I get 4 days a month work now. My job has pretty much gone. But at the same time, the patron has been a massive factor. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Adverts on the videos, they give us some money in the coffers, in the piggy bank as well, and we're having to find other things. So we've had to adapt from normal life to Hammers Chat, and it's been a weird one, Gio. It has been massively weird one, and neither of us expected this last year, certainly.
No, but that's the one thing I wanted to say. So while it's been sort of a negative year, usually for Hammer Chat as a brand, if you want to call it that, it's been quite a good year, actually. And that's why I wanted to do this video, just to say thank you to people, because the support and the growth and stuff has been fantastic. And, as Gonzo basically alluded to there, he's practically lost his job. And if Hammer Chat didn't exist, times would be a lot tougher in the old 100%. Gonzo household over the last few months. And it's helped me out a lot as well. At the start of 2020, we launched Patreon, and it went better than we expected. While we were doing the video, people were joining up to Patreon. We literally stopped in the video, and people were actually supporting us. And I was like, wow. And then it's just slowly growing. And some months we don't get any new patrons, or we'll maybe get 3 or 4 and we'll lose 3 or 4, blah, blah, blah. So we don't really grow too much. But the last month or so, we put in the offer of the 10% off, which ends today, and we got more people join up and support us and stuff, and it's been very humbling. We reached goal 2 just a couple of days before Christmas. Was it Christmas Eve? I think Christmas Eve, maybe we hit goal 2, which on paper is to allow myself and Gonzo to work 2 days a week, on 2 days a month on Hamish Chat, plus give Charlie a little bit of money to say thank you and to let him do a bit more for Hamish Chat and stuff. And it's been humbling. And just yesterday, New Year's Eve, we hit 15,000 subscribers on this channel. We're not far away from 10,000 on the forum channel. We'll hit that in January as well. So, from Hamish Chat, it's been a good year for us. We'd be lying if we said it wasn't. And it's helped. It's helped us a lot from a mental strength point of view. It gives us a bit of routine. And so, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Some days I can't be honest with it because I've been at work every day. I've not had a time off work. So I get in from work. I'm like, oh, I've got a video to do now and stuff. But then you do sort of get a little injection of reality, which is some people would love to have the struggle I've got, which is get in from work and sit down and do a video. Some people would bite their arm off for that, really. So I'm aware I'm in sort of a reasonable, fortunate position, but at the same time, I do think it's I don't know what the word is, not a self-inflicted position, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. It's your choice.
Yeah. So it's my choices that land me here as well. So it's a bit of both. I can see the seesaw of balance, and I'm very aware that I've got it good, but it could be a lot worse as well. But it's been a good year for us, Gonzo and Hamish Chat, and I'm quite proud of what we've achieved this year. Actually, I don't think we really talk about it too much because we don't like doing it. We feel quite uncomfortable doing it. I feel quite uncomfortable right now, but I think we've done well this year.
I mean, it is a weird one because you read the comments and people say nice things. Do you know what I mean? The other person says a nasty thing, but I mean, 1,000 people say a nice thing, and you get 2 shirty comments. So I mean,
is that all? I got about 10. Oh,
you've been better than me. No. You know what I mean. And we get those comments. Those comments. I'll tell you what, we haven't really discussed, by the way. And those comments where they're sort of, they're not trolls. It's spam, but by people pretending to be saucy ladies, right? They say, "Oh, I really, 2 minutes 18. Oh, what you said was so sexy." I mean, I was talking about Sam Allardyce. What are you banging on about, love?
Trolls. Oh, I thought they were real people. Well,
no, they're not. No,
that's my motivation gone.
I
thought they were patrons.
No. I'm afraid Saucy Sue from Sarajevo is really some bloke in Russia. But anyway, so. There is no Saucy Sue. There probably is one in Sarajevo, but she probably doesn't subscribe to that channel. And I'm just saying she's not real. She's a big, hairy bloke who lives in Arkansas. But anyway, so you get nice comments on there which say thanks for the uploads. And I think I've always said this, the biggest thing, and I'm going to say it all the time, is I struggle. I still can't quite get my head around that we are people's thing to watch. You know what I mean? Like, so I might think, what are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm going to watch such and such on Netflix. Then I'm going to watch a bit of Hammer's Chat. What? That's weird. Why would you do that? Game of Thrones is much better. So it's great, and people say nice things, and you read the stuff, and I can't quite get my head around it all the time, but I do appreciate everybody that takes any time, because I am aware that time is people's biggest commodity. So if you're for that 20 minutes you're watching our video, you could be reading a book, could be watching something on Netflix, could be going down the park. Maybe you're watching us when you're walking in the park. If you are, turn it off, enjoy yourself. But I really do appreciate it.
Anyway, we'll just round this video up because, like I said, it's now 14 minutes. I knew it would be a short video. just want to say a massive thank you, though. Hitting 15,000 subscribers yesterday, hitting the goal 2 on Patreon Christmas Eve. I mean, what lovely days to hit both things as well. By the way, it's quite nice to achieve those 2 things. Yeah. It's is anyone in your family? Is it their birthday in a couple of weeks? Can we use that?
Yeah, we're all in February.
Can we make in February? Let's hope we hit something in February. I don't know what.
Everyone, yeah. So my sister always said was that there are other months that you can have babies in, and I'm February as well. So anyway, there you go. There's obviously 9 months before that's a busy time, if you know what I mean.
What, May? End of season?
Celebration!
Celebrating staying up. something else was staying up as well. By
That certainly was regularly. Only in May.
Brilliant. Anyway, well, enjoy your May in 5 months' time. But listen, seriously, thank you for the support to everybody. Whether you watch a video, you share a video, whether you subscribe, whether you're a patron, it doesn't matter which one you are. Thank you very much for your support. We massively appreciate it. Anyway, he's been Gonzo, I've been Geo, we've been Hammers Chat, and Happy New Year to the best of you, and we'll catch you soon.